and welcome to another Nomad stream. Let's make sure that I'm muted. Yeah, I'm muted. Hi guys, how's it going? I'm Gareth from Nomad Games, as I'm sure you all know, and tonight we will be streaming Talisman, the Horus Heresy. And we'll also be doing giveaways, as is in the Twitch title. If you're watching on YouTube, you need to be on Twitch to be part of the giveaway. So to join that, you have to type !giveaway 1. If you're unsure of what combination of words goes where, look in the Twitch title. Hi Josh! How are you today? Hi Fruity! Are we well? Are we all good? I don't know who's around today. As I tried to do a boss fight 5 minutes ago and no one joined. Hey Barpack! Hi Danny, my lovely wife. So I have Talisman the Horus Heresy open and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. Whether it's going to be offline or online. Buffering for you. I've got a big green light on OBS. It is looking good on my end, I think. It's normally when it's going wrong for everyone. Am I quite... Oh, microphone's over here. Yeah, I didn't move the microphone near me. My bad. Where to put you? You can go there. Hey, Walker. Excellent. So would anyone like to play Talisman the Horus Heresy with me today? Or should I do a solo run? Yeah, that makes sense. Must be a follower in order to win. No. Apparently you can enter the giveaways as a group. I'm looking at the settings now. At least I've remembered to do it this time. In fact, I've not even looked to see if the magic hat's winning. Hey, Gregor! No, Chesh! It's been a while since we've had you in on the stream. Or had you properly in on the stream. How's your back doing? No. Magic hat is still failing. So we'll stick with our new hat. Hey, Mazzup! There are no open games currently. What I'll do is, I'll just crack on. I'll just make a... Has anyone got any preferred characters? Is that the right word for someone from Horus? A character? A warlord? I don't want to be Robert Gurleyman. Let's do me and the AI against the AI. I do like Angron as he's a big brute. My favourite when I first started looking into... Talisman Horus Heresy 40k 30k, well obviously it's the 30k storyline, but my favourite when I was researching it so I knew what my product was and I knew everything about what my game did was Perturabo, which is this dude here, because his icon to me looks like the Iron Warrior mask. I think it's called the Iron Warrior mask from GTA 5.
And I liked his little skull. Magnus the Red. A lot of people wanted Magnus as well. They wanted Layman Russ and Magnus. Ah, you've probably played more than me. I'll open a game then. Hey, if in doubt, it can be me and you versus the AI. We can be on the same team. Let's turn everything on, because it's fun to have everything on. Lord of Darkness wiped the floor with combatants sparing no one. That sounds about right to me. Given that there was, what, 4 or 5 of us in the boss fight? We need more than that to stand a chance. Oh, Chesh, if you're buffering on Twitch, why don't you try YouTube? I know that Geeky Chappy has been having a similar issue, where he can't watch on Twitch, but he can on YouTube. So he sits with the Twitch chat open, talking to us there, but watches via YouTube. Yeah, when we did we did Warhammer Fest, we did Horus Heresy Fest, we did the Games Workshop 35th anniversary, and every single person everywhere was like Layman Russ, Magnus. That's the 2 that everyone wanted. Are you sticking with Girly Man, Frucci? Is that your warlord of choice? Here we go. I like Corvus Corax. He's a big emo kid. Sanguinius is a very, very important person in 30k lore, as he directly impacted the ending of the story. Don't know why I'm trying to avoid spoilers. How many people care for 1, spoilers. They probably know it all. And 2, it's been out forever. It's as old as time itself. Right, I think I'm gonna go Corvus. Hey, Nightbites! Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. So, Talisman, the Horus Heresy, is very similar to Talisman in the sense that you pick your character, or the characters do different things. Some are... In Talisman, it's spell and strength. In Horus Heresy, it's close combat and range combat, but they kind of work out to the same thing. So you have warlords that are stronger at close combat fighting, warlords that are stronger at range combat. You roll, you move, certain spaces allow you to draw data slates, which are cards. Certain spaces are planets you can visit, and they allow you to do special actions, such as rolling on a chart or spending your gold, or those kind of things. And we have different expansions which kind of like go off into their own solar systems almost. It's a very, very pretty game. I'm doing well, Nightbites. How are you today? And also, thank you, Frucci, for the host. I appreciate it. Although it is sort of you playing this game as well. Dual content. Do need you to ready up though. Thank you. Yay, I'm a cool stream. Right, what ending should we do? I think we should do the vanilla ending. Just so we're not having to think about things as we get back into the swing of Horus. The first thing I'm going to do is... I think I'm going to head up to the Istvan region, which is this space that's disappearing off in the top left. So I can go up and round or down and round. For those that are familiar with the Blood Moon from Talisman, there is an ending called the Light Bearers, which allows you to work as a team. And as a team, I don't want to be Chaos Spawn. That's essentially the term. I will gain a stratagem, a spell. I don't have the range combat to deal with stratagems. But I will take a Legion Battle Barge. That allows me to add my strategy. I think that's the correct title for it. Strategy, yeah. So if you've got a Legion Battle Barge, you can add your strategy to your combat encounters. And you gain strategy by winning fights. So unlike Talisman, which has a trophy system, you defeat an enemy of strength 5 and you've got a trophy of 5. If you get a combination of trophies that add up to 7, you can trade that in for a strength or craft point if it's a strength or craft enemy. In Horus, you have strategy, which you simply gain and lose by winning or losing fights. So you win a fight, you add 1 skull to your meter. If you lose a fight, you lose a skull. Once you've got upper rank though, you can't D-rank. So if you get 1 strategy, if you get 2 strategy, if you got 3, you can't go back down to 1. So one of the things that strategy allows is the ability to carry data slates. So that's it. Your close combat doesn't, or your range combat doesn't determine the amount of spells you can carry. Like Talisman, spells are bound to craft. Your stratagems are bound to your strategy. So the greater your strategy, the more stratagems you can hold. Hey Valcard! Don't forget to do giveaway 1 if you would like to win some stuff on Twitch. Where's my mouse gone? So yeah, the reason I brought Light Bearers up, by the way, is in Light Bearers you can trade stuff. If you land on the same space as your teammate, you get to add your close combat to their close combat battles, range combat to their range combat battles, and if you've got stuff, you can pass it to your teammate. So if they've got a quest which is to gain a certain item, you've got the item, they don't. Or maybe you've managed to complete a quest quicker than they could, but they've managed to boost their stats. You can pass the torch to them, you can run up to them and give them a talisman, and they can then take that talisman on a run to take on Horus or the Emperor. When this data slate is revealed, neither loyalist or traitor are dominant in the tide of war. So that's almost like the night and day mechanic, but rather than giving a direct boost to the enemies you draw, the loyalists or the traitors get that boost directly. This is a marvellous looking game. What I wish is that we could take this backdrop with all of its moving parts and put it down behind the Talisman board. It'd be like Timescape-esque. I did ask about that to see if it was a possibility, and I was told no. What we have done code-wise to allow for all of this backdrop for this star system, which is slowly circling. You've got the asteroid belts around Istvan, you've got the Chaos Warp, you've got the whole rift, Chaos Rift, I think it's called? The Eye of Terror, maybe? Possibly. That space that's up in the top middle, that swirling disc, all of these different moving parts were created for Talisman the Horus Heresy, and to get it into Talisman the standard game is a phenomenal amount of work, because Talisman's just not built for this kind of display, which is such a shame. It would be great if you kind of like zoomed into the graveyard and it popped up and it was kind of like 2.5 day. We do have that sort of that element of when you zoom in, it's kind of more pronounced. So if you go to the city kind of stands off the board. But in this game, it's just very pretty. How are we all doing? Chesh, if you are streaming this successfully now, how is your back? I hope you're better than last week. Where's my drink? I forgot to bring my guitar down today. I know you are all gutted at that. To hear me play absolutely terribly in the background. Ooh. I could move to the Istvan region, but I would rather gain an immediate close combat point by going to the Manufactorum Consortum? Conurbation? What even word is that? That is made up. And it's range combat, it's not close combat. Manufactorum Conurbation. I'll take the range combat. Why not? Hey, Spiral Mind! Thanks for playing Fighting Fantasy Legends last Thursday. It helped me get back into the game. Was able to beat Zambarbone. Hey! It has been ages since I've kind of like sat down and played Fighting Fantasy Legends properly. Anyway, we've done some testing on it recently for something else, and I was just mashing buttons. In fact, I think the game that we played last week was from that test game that I had, where I think we had a bug report or we had something come up. Something wasn't happening on hard mode, maybe. So I was on hard mode just going, yep, okay, left, right, left, right, left, right. And we ended up in that ridiculously hard game that we had last week, where we died constantly. Oh, sorry, got knocked out. Freachy, when I first got immersed in this, I think it is a duty of any dev to know their game or know what their company does. So I spent a lot of time on the Lexicanum website and on the Warhammer 40k Wikia, learning about all of this stuff, and my mind was blown. Like, I learned a lot. Safe passage. I guess I'll take safe passage. Yeah, maybe. Hey, Sultanus, thanks for joining us. Yeah, when I went to kind of Warhammer Fest and the Horus Heresy weekend, and just the best way that I learned was to ask people, what's your favourite legion? Who's your favourite warlord? Because give a Warhammer fan a chance to talk about their favourite warlord, and they will educate you. So I learned a lot that way. I learned a lot about Alfarius and Omegon, the Alpha Legion, about how they're twins, but they're not twins because they might not be real. There might only just be one of them. They might have died, and all of their legion wears the same armour of them. And warlords are about a foot taller than space marines, but Alpha and Omegon, or Alfarius and Omegon, are the same height as space marines, but they always wear their suit. so you don't know if it's actually them. And all of the Alpha Legion identify as Alpharius or Omegon, and you never know which one is which. So at all points, they're like Schrodinger's Legion. At all points, Alpha and Omegon are both dead and alive. Which one are the Firehawks? I don't remember any being called the Firehawks. It's confusing whether you're fully in. If you're fully in as well. Don't worry about that one. Is that 40k? Is that post outcome of the Battle of the Terror? That makes sense. Because we did, obviously we did the Horus Heresy storyline. That is all I know. I know reasonably about Calth, and again, I don't know why I'm trying to avoid spoilers. I assume you either know it or you don't care about it. When this data slate is revealed, traitor dominance in the tide of war is in effect. Traitor warlords may evade enemy units instead of attacking them. And I add 2 to my close combat. It's quite a handy vehicle to have. Yeah, I know that Girly Man is in Calth in his little glass case. And he's dead / not dead, which is the exact story of the Horus Heresy. The majority of people are dead / not dead. Like Vulcan, who is like the living dead. I never did anything Horus Heresy. Sultanis, added 1 to the end. It needs to be giveaway 1. Look through the remaining stratagems and take one of your choice. The spy then departs and all previously used stratagems are shuffled. The In-Betweeners is 10 years old. Is that the first series that came out? To be honest, I thought the In-Betweeners was older. Near enough everything that came out in that era makes me feel like I was in high school. But apparently not. Apparently it came out when I was just finishing college. How old am I now? Am I 27? Ten years ago I was in my first year of college. That'd be why. Giveaway space 1. Just copy and paste what's in the title. Or what Danny's just put. Ugh. Football friends! Car friends! I wish more people in work talked about football. There are 14 of us, 15 of us, and there's only one other person that likes football, but they're one of the directors that spent so long around the other directors that they know not to talk about football because no one cares about it, which is a shame because I love football and I wish more people spoke about it. We're trying to give out free stuff. If you want to make it harder for yourself, feel free to. Danny is doing uni work and being here as a distraction. So she sat upstairs watching and joining in. Not distracted. What are you on about? Which variant of the game, often shortened to football, do you refer to? Football? I am from the United Kingdom. In fact, I am from not America. Football is football. Soccer. Rugby, yeah, can give and take. American football, love American football. Go Ravens! In fact, I am Corvus Corax. The Raven. But what are you? You're from the UK. You call it. So, you're just trying to be different. Get out. If anyone picks up Carcassonne today, we'll play it next week. I love Carcassonne and will absolutely take the chance to play it more. Maybe I'll even ask Asmodee if they'll let us have more keys. Oh, I just got beat up by a warp entity. Yay! And I lost my Legion battle barge. Boo! Hey, John! I hope you are well. Every other version of football has a title to it. Aussie rules football, American football. Rugby football is not really rugby football anymore. It might have been when it was first invented, but it is just rugby these days. I should have worn my new Everton shirt. It was mine and Danny's anniversary recently, and she got me the third away kit, the third strip, so the second away kit, and I love it because it is purple and dark purple / blackish, and it's got a yellow trim, and that is Ravens colours to me. So I love the fact that my football team has the same colours as my American football team. Angry Bird shirt, that's something that I don't like, but it's not on mine, luckily. For anyone that doesn't know, and I assume that is the majority of you, the Everton football team have Angry Birds printed on their sleeve, but it's not like Angry Birds is in a little red bird. It is just the brand name, and it looks ugly. Not saying Angry Birds has a bad title or branding name. Just looks strange on a football shirt. Hey, Valka! It's a grand old team to play for, it's a grand old team to support. And if, you know, you're extra it. I don't know why I'm singing like I'm from London. It's enough to make your heart go, ooh, we don't care. Yeah, I'll stop now. That's not one of mine. I can't take him. A refractor field generator is a smoke. Right, what it does. Whenever you use armor and roll die to prevent the loss of resolve, life, or health, you may add 1 to the score. Neat. I just need armor now. So, another cool little tweak that comes in Horus Heresy that doesn't exist in Talisman is that you can draw units that are of your legion, and you have to roll to get them to join your combat group, and if they do, they give you an immediate bonus to your closed or ranged combat. Thank you, Valcard. That's very nice of you. We have been together 7 long years. Should be sponsored by Haribo. What? Why? I also know that 7 years is not long to some of you who have been with partners far longer. The toffees. Oh, you're one of those strange people that calls General Sweets toffees, aren't you? Alright. I'm on it. I'm getting something to share. So my team, my football team, Everton, their nickname is the Toffees because where the team was first conceived was a mint toffee factory that produced Everton mints, because the region of Liverpool that Everton are from is Everton. So as we were close to... Oh, come on, Conrad. Chill your beans. Am I nearly dead? What's my resolve? 3. I'll be alright. Is he trying to nick something from me? The hat is active. He's taken that unit from me. How very, very mean. What's on the space? Kairos Fate Weaver. Let's pass and go up here. We've got a new hat. It's a working hat. So yeah, the majority of people that would know an Everton mint would know it as a humbug. It's a black and white striped hard-boiled sweet, which can have something in the centre of it. The more you know. Bah! That's the history of Everton. I don't really know about the history of Ravens. I think we're one of the few teams that haven't moved. Or did they used to be somewhere else? Baltimore Ravens. Load quicker! Huh. Wait. I assume no one will get this, but apparently the Ravens have signed RG3. That's interesting. So the Ravens were established in 1996 when Art Modell, who was the owner of the Cleveland Browns, announced plans to relocate the franchise from Cleveland to Baltimore. As part of the settlement between the city of Cleveland, Modell was required to leave the Browns' history and record it. That's a really strange way for a team to be formed. So the Cleveland Browns were going to move to Baltimore, but Cleveland and the NFL said no. You must leave everything Cleveland branded in Cleveland. So he took the team, he took the staff, he took everyone that belonged to the Cleveland Browns and formed a new team, and then another set of people took up the old mantle. That's strange. Hey, go Sultanas! Hey, Chaucer! I suppose the Ravens formerly being the Browns, sort of, is still not as silly as what the Raiders are currently in the process of doing. So, I mean, the Raiders were the Oakland Raiders, became the LA Raiders, went back to Oakland, and are now moving to Vegas, I believe. I mean, Vegas is absolutely booming for sports teams at the moment. And it is kind of entertainment capital of the world, but still. I am surprised the Raiders are still a team and they have not gone bust yet. American football is chess with a ball. You slowly move all your pieces into place, and then suddenly it's boom, click, boom, boom, boom. The ball goes up, you make 40 yards, there's a turnover, there's an interception, there's a sack, and then you've got to make that 2-3 yards, 2-3 yards, 2-3 yards, boom, 20 yards, boom, interception, return to the posts. Yeah, I was reading an article on BBC a week ago about the football team that was granted license last year, I think it was, and they're in the process of dominating the second division of American football, not American football, soccer ball, and their ethos is entertainment first. Yes, we are skilled. Yes, we are talented. Yes, we can win games, but we're going to make it fun for the audience. It's really interesting. It's It's Vegas, isn't it? Have I joined the boss fight? I meant to, but then I started talking. Aha, Mewtwo! You're second too late. John! You're the only survivor! Congratulations. GZ. You can retire now. The Legion is overwhelmed. Your warlord must move back to Isfan Extremis. Yay! Worth it. Let's draw a new set of data slates. So, traitor warlords who visit Legion Chaplain lose stuff. Loyalists gain 2 fate. Sweet. Any traitor legion that garrisons under the banner of the Eye gains 2 fate per visit if available. Boo. So, the reason why I've gone to the Istvan region, so in the galaxy setup here, you have Istvan 3 and Istvan 5, which are very, very important in Horus Heresy lore, because that is where the battle, that's where the war started, was I think Istvan 3? Maybe? Yeah, and we had an expansion built around being able to go between those planets. So there is a full region that you can move through, which is Istvan 3 and Istvan 5, and they offer, it's almost dungeon-like from Talisman. I think it's somewhere between the Highland and the dungeon in terms of risk and reward. You can get a Talisman if you make it all the way through and complete the boss battle. There are some super strong items in there, but there are also a lot of things that can ruin your game. Plug! Talisman the Horus Heresy is 70% off on Green Man Gaming, along with Prologue and Digital. All expansions, character packs and season passes are 50% off, except the Genie. Strange. That's a shame, because Genie's a really good character. But thank you, John. If you want to get this game, it's 70% off. It is on Green Man Gaming. Although we are doing giveaways today. £1.59 in real money, and that's probably around $2 in Monopoly money. At your local store now. Textbook. Oh, I've not spotted, but Frici has been quietly getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I've lost all my stuff. I was up to 6 close combat at one point and 4 range combat. Look at that, the chaos warp just pulsing there, and every now and again you get a chaos entity kind of like moving through the warp. The Eye of Terror is spinning, all of the star system circles round, just all those moving parts without it being kind of like clunky or overburdened or hard to look at. It's a very good looking game. Hey Bish! Ain't won anything yet. Remember, giveaway 1 if you want to win stuff on Twitch. As is in title. Hi YouTube! If there is anyone out there, I assume you're there, Antigram. You're always there. Thank you for being there. I appreciate it. I think what I need to do is come and get the Nuncio box. It's a super powerful item. It's essentially a space wand. You're constantly replenishing your stratagems, which is essentially spells. We had a bunch of people that requested us to play Talisman the Horus Heresy. Are any of you here? What's my go? All of the ones. Just what I like. Oh, Legion, come on. Right, I can't get him because I'm not a space wolf. Geolocator beacon. Whenever you land on a sector with instructions to draw a data slate, before you encounter the sector, you may move 1 Legion unit in the same region to your sector. That'd be cracking if I could draw anything that wasn't a space wolf. I think we're doing Woodlands on Thursday. Given that we did Fighting Fancy, so it's been 2 weeks since we've done the Woodlands. So it's likely that we'll do that. Hey, I'm not streaming later, Bish. Because otherwise we'll be streaming to early hours of morning. Wouldn't mind if I was off. But I ain't. I got stuff to do. wrote a list of all my tasks today. Need to get on things. Alright. That's fine, bitch. Maybe we have a play date sometime. I wish I was ready for bed at night. I've said this before on stream. I am like a child when it comes to sleep. I will fight it. I will fight sleep. And I wish I didn't. Because I want to get up earlier. My jiu-jitsu club do a 6 AM jiu-jitsu class. And I wish I could go to that. And I set my alarms. Right, on your next turn, instead of your normal move, you may redeploy to an alternative drop zone data slate. Or another space designated a drop zone. Sweet. Yeah, 6 AM. Oh, my hair. It's all over the place. I can't get my fringe to be nice. Yeah, want to do the 6 AM jiu-jitsu class, but every time I set my alarm at for 5:30, you know, that's enough time to get up, get a shower, and then drive over to the place. Just, no. Not happening. Oh my god! A wild Neo Gambit appears. Where have you been? You are late. By about 4 months. It's good to see you. It's good to have you here. Next we'll have Hammer back. We'll have Hammer. We'll have Lemmy. Chess's internet will start working. The whole gang will be back. That'd be awesome. Sure, we stream from home on the floor. We do have an office, but the internet doesn't quite stretch to the office. We did get an extender plug-in thing where the Wi-Fi signals up to it and we can plug into that, but it's very, very, very precious, and the streams fall apart quite easily. So we're down here on the floor with PC plugged into the router. Hey, how's Nomad Lad doing? He's cracking. He's now 6. He had a birthday. He's upstairs on his iPad. He should be asleep, but he's his own little independent being and will not sleep when he is told to. I think by 9 to 10 PM most nights, if Danny's not up watching stuff on Netflix with me, I'm on Siege, which is nothing new. I have gotten quite good at walking as a 27-year-old adult. I got good at walking. I go out and play Pokemon Go, but I accidentally used up all my data. So with no Pokemon Go, my motivation to go out and do walks has been hampered. The Dark Cardinal devotes his life to the propagation of the unholy word. Active, right, well, loyalists who lose one fate. That's what I need to know. Sweet. The Legion gained 3 resources. I have 5 gold. It's called resources. Did I get Destiny 2? No, I think I only got Destiny 1. I played a lot of games in the Crucible. I tried to do the main story arc, but I'm a typically solo player. Not because I want to be, but because I'm antisocial. So yeah, I stick to Siege. There was a free weekend on PUBG, I think 2 weeks ago. I played some of it, but I wasn't overly impressed. I was part of a Reddit gaming group for dads, and they got pretty big on Warframe. But I downloaded it on my Xbox, and it wouldn't launch. So I never got into it, surprisingly. Hearing lots of banging from upstairs. I assume that's not my child in bed. Have you tried Escape from Tarkov yet? Is that a physical board game or is that a game, like a digital game? Yeah, I don't mind PUBG as much when watching someone who edits. I mean, there's loads of Siege YouTubers I watch, like Godly Noob, Beda, Serenity's not really around anymore, Matimio, Priest, and they all do the rounds of playing Fortnite and playing PUBG. And it's interesting to watch when a 50-minute game becomes a 15-minute game and it's all action. But playing it on your own is just... It's akin to resource management. It's resource management and then you get shot in the back of the head from nowhere. And all 25 minutes where you've been running around in the wilderness on your own counts for nothing. First-person shooter PC game. Ah! There's a key element in that sentence, Nightbite. If it's PC, chances are I've not played it. The only FPS that I've ever purchased on PC, surprisingly, brace yourself for this, is Siege. I actually bought, you know, Shadow of Mordor, because the second one was coming out, which I forget the name of the second one because it's so similar to the first one. When the second one was coming out, the first one, the Game of the Year edition, was reduced to kind of like $2. And I got it, played it, loved it, it was fantastic. If you get Siege, get it on an Xbox One. If you don't have an Xbox One, get it on PC and I will play with you. We will tear up Terrorist Hunt because as a console gamer, I'm terrible with mouse and keyboard. The Warp Rift will remain here for the rest of the game. Roll one die. If the result is higher than your close combat, you fall into the Warp Rift. Sweet. If not, that's okay. You cross the Warp Rift unscathed. I've only just remembered that the Isfahan region is one way. So I am committed to the boss battle at the end, which I am in no way, shape or form prepared for. I before E, except after C. Except for all those words where I comes after E. And apparently in the English language there are far more words that the I is after the E. So it's a stupid rule. We have stupid rules. English is strange. Let's get a gang together. Get Siege. I would absolutely love to get ranked in Siege, even if I end up copper. I did go on a run of trying to get ranked, I think the season before last, and I accidentally won loads of games, Now, when you're getting ranked, you have 10 games without a rank before it places you in a bracket. But if you have more wins during getting ranked, you get put in upper tiers as it tries to figure out where you should be. So I have map knowledge. I am Platinum 2 on the Xbox, which is kind of, I'm top 5% of players. I would say I'm very good on the Xbox. I'm not exceptional, I'm not standout, but I am quite above the average. And with that knowledge and skill, I can apply it to PC, and I can go sit in funny corners, and I can bust stupid holes in the ceiling where players don't expect me, and I can get the jump on them that way. But if you put me in front of a player and it's who can get the cursor onto the other player's head first, I do not stand a chance in any way, shape or form. I am shooting holes in the ceiling. And so yeah, I with my knowledge of how Siege works and how to exploit things in the game, I won the first game easily, second game easily, third game was a weird random struggle, fourth game I smashed it and felt good, and then fifth game was I got carried. I was well above where I should have been. I'm about to get beaten up here. Assassinate. It can't roll a dice. I am the assassin. But unfortunately I can't roll an 8, so it doesn't matter. In fact, I'd need to roll a 10. I shouldn't have skipped through so much. That's my own fault. So yeah, in that fifth game where I got carried, I was like, hopefully I can get carried more, or hopefully that was a one-off. And then in the sixth game, the whole team got battered. And I was the worst of the bunch. And they were all on mics and they bullied me. They said mean things about me. And they were all laughing at me. And we lost 4-0. And they all said it was my fault. And it's not, because there were 4 other players and we all were terrible. But justifiably, I was terrible. And I never completed those final 4 games that I would have needed to get right, out of fear of people judging me. Gambit, you're not the only one that's having issues. Cheshire Cat Girl, I'm sure you fondly remember Chesh, has also threw the towel in as she was having the exact same issue. And I'm sure I saw something trending on Twitter. I'm sure I saw it on Twitter that Twitch was having issues. That was earlier today. Hey! I'd be impressed if it doesn't. It's a very basic game. Yeah, maybe we'll do Cox on next Tuesday. I'll see if Asmodee will give us a bunch of keys. They may not though, as they are immensely busy people. Trying to pin anyone down from Asmodee is difficult because they've just got so much going on. So they went from being a physical company only to what's happening here? Purged! Shame! 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 Talisman did a heresy. with the Emperor attacks. How do I give permission for that? melee combat. Yeah, I'll take the combat. Just need to roll a 2. Ah. It's the Asmodee friends list. Permit. Talisman. Island. You have 30 seconds! Get the post in quick! So much has changed with you guys, and I have no clue what has gone on without internet. Is that what happened? You've been without internet? The short story is we moved house, and I got permission to do more streaming. So typically we have non-Nomad Tuesday and Nomad Thursday. So we stream 8 PM UK time Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesday tends to be other board games or other GW content, and then on Thursdays it is Nomad stuff. So the Woodland is currently in beta, and that has been our primary focus most Thursdays, although we did Fighting Fantasy Legends last week. We also, for the Tuesdays, we've done Vermintide 2, Ticket to Ride, Carcassonne, Blood Bowl 2, and it's looking like we'll be doing Carcassonne next week as well, which I'm all up for as I get proper into it. Woodland confused me. You get a path card. It's like a quest. You have to have completed it by the time you get to the end of the Woodland. That's all you need to know. Oh, and when you complete it, you get a Destiny card, which is like a quest reward. That's all you need to know. Oh my god! Free cheat, it is entirely on you. I'm getting nowhere with this. Do you have Blood Bowl 1 or Blood Bowl 2, Bish? You're welcome, Gambit. Oh. Yeah. Oops. Still alive. Yeah, the RNG feels... I feel like they could present it a bit better. With Blood Bowl, I just love to see a bit more prominent dice rolling. Even Talisman style, like even Horus Heresy, watching a single dice being big on the screen and spin. If they could make it like Fighting Fantasy Legends, I mean, all games that have dice should be like Fighting Fantasy Legends. They should be massive, they should bounce around the screen, and they look great. But it just feels like I'm getting text results for dice, and there's a disconnect in my brain that allows for RNG. it's a really strange phenomenon. Like, I know confirmation bias is very prominent in dice rolling games, and it just seems the more physical a dice roll seems to be in a digital game, the easier it is for my brain to accept the outcome of it. Hey Bish, if we could potentially do another Blood Bowl 2 stream, I'm more than happy to. I just need to get used to where I'm allowed to click and where I'm not. Because who did I play against last time? Does anyone remember? Are you here, person? Plenty of resources. So let's pay 1 resource. It's there to get a mule, essentially. Add 1 to my range combat. Yes, please. The last sports video game I ever played was Cyberball on the Genesis. This year is the first year that I didn't get a FIFA game. FIFA is the one and only game on the planet that makes me rage. Like, properly rage. I don't think I ever played Cyberball. And the last Monopoly I played, I think, was on the Xbox. And I only got it to get all of the G when I was still after boosting my achievement score. And I think I got 1,000 G within a day or within 2 days or something. Oh, Neo Gambit! We have boss battles now. So yeah, Neo, we have a bot that awards gold, much like the old Revlo bot. Rest in peace, Revlo. So yes, we have Streamlabs, and it awards gold for views, much like Revlo did, and it allows you to spend gold, like Revlo did, on certain things. One of those things is boss battles. I think you've got to pay 10 gold, and then you get a cut of the pie if we manage to defeat... Atog's watched a bit. This sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna reroll. 5. Ooh, 5. Is that something good? Safe passage. Sweet. I can go and get a quest. Neo, I will aim for getting a talisman. You just boost your stats. I will land on you, give you my talisman, and then you can take that to the center. Hey, Thong! The hat's dead. So comments no longer work. It has to be the giveaway comment. But welcome. Thanks for joining. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Bitch just sent me an ad. Yeah, rip the magic hat. Just ain't working anymore. Also, rip us. Eagle King absolutely gutted us. Any new DLCs coming to Horus? Above Shadows, there is stuff that I can't talk about. There is news that will be coming out soon that is Horus related. I don't think it's quite DLC, maybe? There will be news. I mean, There should be a patch this week for Russian language, a Russian language update. So we now include Russian. It's been in beta for ages. And yeah, so that's going to see a release hopefully on Thursday. And then there'll be more news in a few weeks' time. But nothing that I can talk about at the moment. Apologies for that. I'm glad that I've given you enough information for you to be glad. But yeah, Russian on Thursday, hopefully. And then more news later in the month. Thanks for joining us, Danny. I hope your uni work isn't too Chaucer. Is that a word? Chaucer. Chore-like? Isn't too much for chore. Yeah, I saw Infinity War on Sunday. I thought it was 10 out of 10. It's nothing major, Shadows, but it's a little something. It's a little something. Receive an errant quest. Contribute to the Battle of Talon. Travel to Talon in the middle region. Encounter the Sector. Seems easy enough. Yeah, Thong, I came out of the cinema after seeing Infinity War and it hit me in the feels. I was kind of like wrestling with the question in my head, kind of like, can a film make me feel bad and I still have enjoyed it? Yeah, I enjoyed it. And I have been a big critic of all of the recent Marvel films. I've found them to be far too slapstick and comical. Every character had to have a witty one-liner and had to be the funny guy and had to make jokes and had to make quips, and they were all Star-Lord. Drax was Star-Lord, Groot was Star-Lord. Well, Groot's always been a bit funny-ish. But the Hulk had one-liners. And he was making witty comments. Thor was making witty comments. And I was just like, everyone stop being Star-Lord. I want a serious character so the funny guys can be funny. And Morecambe and Wise, that's Laurel and Hardy, the two Ronnies, all of your classic comedy duos. The straight guy exists as a platform for the funny guy to leap off. There needs to be balance, and I felt like there was no balance at all. The Spider-Man Homecoming gets a free pass because he's Spidey. He gets to be funny, that's what his character does. But to have Drax consciously making loads of funny one-liners, it's like, he doesn't get it. That's the point of him. His entire race just doesn't understand humour. And yet he was making Star-Lord level quips. But yeah, they got Infinity War. Every character was a strong representation of their character. And they're just the writing and the balancing and yeah, good film. Oh, for Wolverine. No, what? Because Shadows, is that what's the character that's just come out? Woodsman. There was some weird linking issue. So the Woodsman was available for those in the season pass, and you could search for it as its own individual item. But if you go to the Talisman page and it kind of goes, here's all the list of DLC that is involved in Talisman, and it kind of goes Samurai, Saracen, Witch Doctor, it wasn't showing the Woodsman in that list. Now, it used to automatically include single DLC characters in that list, but apparently there's been a new thing in the Steam backend where we've got to link it to say, yes, please make it visible in this list as well. So we did miss that thing because we weren't used to clicking checkboxes. Most common issues that come with launches and releases is missed checkboxes, and it's just one of those things. You should be able to find it now. But thank you very much for supporting the game and getting the characters. I don't know enough about X-Men to kind of not want Wolverine films, but the opening films, the X-Men films that were dead good when they first came out, before they slowly declined, were balanced. They were a team. The story, the individual films are supposed to support the overall arc, and Wolverine was the entire arc on his own. I remember watching a lot of animated X-Men when I was a kid, and I did like Wolverine, to be fair. Wait, would you say a negative review? Ah, I meant to go and read one of these, didn't I? I said I would, and I haven't. That is standard me, my bad. Oh, Deadpool is just a breath of fresh air. Even as a film, if you take the comic book element out of it and just how on the nose and breaking the fourth wall and all that, I was so ready to hate Deadpool. Because I saw the adverts and I thought, how can I hip and full of itself, and it was too self-referential, and I was just ready for it to be hip and hipster and cool and knowingly cool. And I watched it and I just thought, this is just, after 9,000 Iron Man films, 300 Thor films, 5 different actors playing the Hulk, 4 different Avengers films, just Deadpool was such a fun film. That was it. You didn't have to care about knowing what came before or after, or you didn't even have to get all of the references. It was just easy going. I'm absolutely excited for Deadpool 2 now. Right, funny negative review. I will look at reviews now. I remember being angry at a negative review on Smash Up because it was absolutely stupid. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it. I think I even reported it to Steam. I was that annoyed with it. It'll be a dead old one. Like back in the early access days. There was the even more annoying thing. It was early access. We'd given the game out for free at this point, and someone gave it a negative review, and they made a SpongeBob joke in the as the review, and it seemed like it existed just for them to be able to make the SpongeBob reference, and I was just like, this impacts the game. This impacts what people think of the game. Freechy, here's the talisman. Go and win the game for us. Display as. Can I display by controversial? Trying to find. I am not well enough versed on comic book lore to know what the reference is. Should we do a giveaway? We've not done a giveaway yet. And we may even be nearing the end of the game. If anyone is watching on Twitch, now is your chance to join the giveaway. If you would like to win some free stuff, ! giveaway space the number 1, as is in the title. Just like ATOG's done. Just copy and paste. Cyclops and Jean Grey. That's interesting. Given the way that Deadpool refers to stuff, I absolutely expect that. Because obviously there's the whole breaking of the fourth wall and talking about characters and to characters as if he is an audience member. And the kind of the classic when someone says, what's his name? Xavier? Charles Xavier. Professor X isn't in, or is in, and he's like, which one? The bald one or the young one? Kind of thing. Referring to the fact that multiple actors have played him. I assume he will. Why would you make me get a haircut? You don't want to see me bald? What's wrong with my hair? Look at that. I got it cut like last week. It still amazes me how many people think dice rolls and Talisman are rigged. It's probably the number 1 complaint in negative reviews. Not this game's too long, I hate board games, this game doesn't make sense, this game's badly made. The dice are rigged. And it's painful. Because they're not. That's it, they're not. I'm thinking of getting my mohawk back as well. The thing is, generate bad rolls in a regular order is a perspective, because a 1 isn't an inherently bad roll. 1 can be a good outcome. If everyone hates the werewolf NPC because being a lycanthrope isn't a bad thing, getting that +1 bonus, like there's that one combination of 2 lycans against each other during a battle royale ending kind of thing breaks the game. Outside of that, being a lycan's a good thing. Having that 1 roll is a good outcome. Just having a string of low rolls is not bad. It's just what you happen to have in front of you at the time. You could get toaded 5 turns in a row on that 1 roll. But the thing is, had you re-rolled, that 1 comes closer to you. When you re-rolled on a movement, if you hadn't re-rolled, that 1 then gets pushed back 1 because you've not drawn a number closer to you. Gambit! I've started a D&D campaign with friends as well. We were supposed to play on Sunday, but we didn't. Because of life happening. Danny's got uni work to do. I am a small for my race Goliath. I am only 7'4". I am big and I favour battling above all else as a way of honour and a way of celebration for strength and survivability. But I am a cunning planner and strategist and leader type. I hate pretension and I cut through nonsense. I don't involve or engage with people who try and add flair to their social interactions. Yeah, it's sort of truth. Exactly that. The illusionist. Having a 1 as the illusionist is an immediate good thing. It's local. I've spoke to my group and tried to get them to agree to stream it. One says yes, one says no, and there's two people that say we'll do it on our next campaign, with one of those people being the DM. The DM, it's his first game ever running a campaign, so he wants the ability. He wants to have learned and had the experience of running a campaign before streaming. So yeah, the illusionist shadows on any one, I think it's any roll below her craft value means the opponent doesn't get to add their attack roll to the combat score. So I think her craft value is 4, so any 1, 2 or 3 roll she gets that +3, but because it's below her craft value, the opponent doesn't get an attack roll or doesn't get to add to their attack roll to the combat. So low rolls are a good thing for her. But the thing is, these people that say that the dice are rigged and the AI cheats and they only ever get bad rolls, it's kind of like, well, you were the illusionist and 1 wasn't a bad roll when you were in combat. It was a good roll. Because if you rolled 4, which is equal to your craft value, it's my go. Stop waffling. Yeah. Let's go and essentially go to the space temple. Yeah, your opponent rolled a 6, you rolled a 4, they were going to beat you, so you re-roll and you get a 3. And suddenly their 6 doesn't count. That's a good thing, but you then went to the city and you rolled double 1s and you became a toad. AI cheats, dice is rigged. The Reaper lands on you. The werewolf lands on you. You roll a 1, and you become a lichen. Way +1 strength in battle. That's a good thing. Reaper lands on you. Double 1s. Game cheats. It's just there is no sentience to the order of dice rolls. No one has selected them. No one has kind of gone right. This player's going to do this and the Reaper's going to land on them, so we'll make sure 1s come out. All those dice rolls in a massive long order, tens of thousands of numbers, were picked at the start of the game. The only thing that makes you drawing something on a toad in the city, that 1 that you roll in the city, or those double 1s that you roll on the Reaper, they were always double 1s in that order. And if you don't ever use any fate, you will end up landing on them eventually. But everyone uses fate, so those double 1s come closer to you. Each time someone uses fate or uses dark fate, and they pull that chain closer to you. Can't wait for the Woodlands expansions. I'm 100% sure I'll get it. I'll get it with new DLC characters. What about Deep Realms? What about the price for this DLC? As I know the DLC doesn't give too much. And you'll... my go. Waffle. Waffle, waffle. This is glowing, so let's go to it. Did I get a quest? I don't remember getting a quest. Don't eat the fish. I win! I completed a quest. I have a talisman. So, the Deep Realms, for those that don't know, is a compact expansion that sits between the dungeon and the city. So you need both of those expansions to use the Deep Realms, as it is a little pathway between them. And you have to move through each space individually, and the spaces have unique interactions with cards. It doesn't quite work like any other space in Talisman. So you draw, on the smaller paths, you draw 3 cards, and you have to spend 3 turns encountering them before you move through. But the thing is with the Netherrealm is there's loads of nasty things and loads of really good things. So you're at the mercy of the draw. That is in beta at the moment and will be due out May/June, somewhere in the middle. And the Woodland expansion is the massive 4th corner that is missing. It's got new mechanics with path cards and destiny cards. They essentially work like quest cards and quest reward cards, but are almost exclusively bound to the Woodland region. And along with that comes a bunch of new endings, as expected with an expansion, and a load of new cards, and 5 characters that all have new mechanics. And it's not as if the Woodland characters bring a new mechanic. They all do their own thing. The Spider Queen has her crawler tokens, the Ley Walker has the portals, the Ancient Oak has the leaf tokens, the Scout has the map tokens, and the Totem Warrior has the totem tokens. All these different tokens do different things for those characters. So the Woodland expansion is populated with loads of content and fantastic art. And that is going to be June/July, somewhere in the middle. Haha. I wonder what the likelihood of getting double 1 on the Reaper is. If you know where in the chain it is. Maybe it's just like fate. Like, if I didn't tell you about that vase, would you still... Here's a question that'll bake your noodle. If I didn't tell you about the vase, would you have still knocked it over? There's no news on the price for the Deep Realms at the moment. Shadows. More news to come. I mean, along with knowing exactly where the double 1 sits in that chain of dice rolls, your opponents know, or maybe just you know. So you'll be sending the Reaper as a weapon. I'm not going to send the Reaper to land on someone because there's no double 1 coming out. They're going to roll a 6 there. They're going to get extra strength and lives and spells and teleports and all that stuff. I mean, it's 1 in 36 of 2 dice sitting in the same chain. But that's not a guaranteed double 1. Is it? Is that how it works? I didn't do a giveaway. Let's do that giveaway. For those that have just joined and have not had a chance to join the giveaway, I'm going to do some quick fire giveaways because we're about to finish the game already. Yes! A stream that's quicker than 2 hours. Mossop! You've won! Please speak up in the chat. Mark! Oh, it took too long. Mark, obviously, you've just missed the first draw. You're now in the hat. You'll be part of the next 2 draws. They're going to come reasonably quick. Because Frichi's in the process of winning the game for us. Mossa, what would you like? Have you seen the prize list? Do you know what you can win? Talisman, any of its expansions, any of... yeah, Matrix. Glad someone got it. Thanks, John. Yeah, Talisman, any of its expansions, any of its DLC characters. Talisman the Horus Heresy, any of its expansions, any of its DLC characters. Fighting Fantasy Legends, Backgammon Blitz, all Lapland Solitaire. They are what's currently on the table. I'm sure I told you guys as well, one of the people that won the draw for a ticket to Ride Key didn't claim it. So I was thinking about doing another ticket to Ride stream with one of the keys that someone could win that night, a ticket to Ride Key. Mossop, message me what your Asmodee account name is, and I can go and populate your Asmodee account with the Harbinger. I mean, if you want to add people onto your Asmodee network, by all means, whack it in the chat. That's fine. I don't think people can do much with your Asmodee account other than add you. What do you mean, why double one? Double one's the big example of kind of like bad rolls in Talisman, as far as people normally see it. Because that's where all of your toading and reapering and basilisking comes from. And it tends to be what people complain about in reviews and on the forums. All of this stuff was happening. The AI kept getting 6s and I kept getting 1s. Hey. Also, for those that have voted, so there's a big vote now button below us, have voted for us to do more physical stuff. We've had exactly 100 people vote now, and the number one thing that people have voted for, surprisingly, is Talisman, with exactly 50% of the votes. 100 people have voted and 50 said Talisman. But of the 100, I think 29 people have said Dungeons and Dragons. They want to see Nomad run a campaign, which will be really interesting. No. How do I... I swear the bot never used to do that. Frichi! What was the command? Right. There we go. Asmodee. Alright, it's not Asmodee, is it? Users. Search by login name. I have your account. Harbinger Grant. Hey Shadows, thanks for joining us. As your name is in the hat, you may still be in with a chance of winning some free content. If you do, I'll send you a whisper on Twitch. So if you're not around and your name's drawn, it's not as if we give it to someone else. You still have a chance. No, it's not that you have a chance. If you've won, you've won. I'll still send you a message. We're in a boss fight. That's not my strongest roll. I'm starting to gain a bit of momentum now as well. He says, whilst in the midst of losing. Boo! Right. I'm sure there's... Yeah, Mossop, I've sorted that out. Your Asmodee account now has Harbinger. I'm not sure if you will need to turn Talisman off and on again or sign out and in, but if you play on Android, iOS or Steam and you log into your Asmodee account, you will have the Harbinger there to use and play to your heart's content. Ooh, 4 resolve remaining. And you've got guaranteed victory every time you roll. So that's it. We're coming to the end of the game. Good job you were here, Frici. I mean, I started well. Like, within a few turns, I boosted my close combat from 3 to 6. And I'd boosted my range combat from either 2 to 4 or 3 to 4. But then the AI came and took all my good stuff. You're very welcome, Masud. I've only got 1 life left, so no promises there. It's Oberon! We have some winners! Frici, Valcard and Bish! Congratulations on winning combat against the Woodland boss Oberon. John, you had your big victory on your own. Victory! Loyalist, destroy this if you land here. This has range combat of 4. That is risking death. I am okay, thanks. Without death. Hey, Carl! To join, I think you've done this before. You did this last week. The giveaway 1 command. If you want to be in the hat to win some free stuff, do the giveaway 1 stuff. There you go. And you should be in the hat. If you're a loyalist, you gain 1 resolve. That's exactly what I needed. I have multiple letters, numbers, symbols, capital letters, 9 characters long, and it says still too weak. Without giving away too much, this isn't too much. My password is about medium length, is all lowercase, and has no other characters or numbers. It's just a series of short words. Because I read XKCD. Neo Gambit, do you know much about the Asmodee account? And what it actually allows you to do with Talisman? For those of you that don't know, the Asmodee account is a parent account that connects all of your Talisman platforms. So if you have the base game on your iPhone and on your Shield, why anyone would have a Shield tablet, I don't know. Or your Galaxy Samsung tab or any Android tab, any example of an iOS device and an Android device, but you have Steam and the Season Pass on Steam, you can connect your Steam Season Pass to your Asmodee account and then use that Season Pass on your Android or iOS device. You will have to purchase the base game if you don't already own it, because your Android account won't know where to put stuff. You need to say, yes, I own Talisman, and then go and sign in, which means you'll have to buy the base game, at least. Although, they are very regularly on offer. I'm back down to 1 life. I'm trying to be alive. It's a struggle. Finally get a proper password and the account name already exists. You'll have to be like Daryl Neo Gambit. Excuse me. Any questions before I go? It looks like this game is in imminent chance of ending. Imminently ending. It's imminently ending. The Neo Gambit. There you go. That's easy for you to say. But don't make me go and get the guitar or the bass. Or I'll start talking about sports ball again. Investigate sector. Roll 1 die for each fleet data slate you have. Yay! I get to keep that. I get to keep that. Dice are rigged. Don't care what anyone says. AI cheats. Dice are rigged. I don't think Danny works with oils, but she can paint. I did my one job. I went and got a talisman and gave it to you. I got you the talisman. I called it early on that my one job would be to complete that quest for you. And we win! You don't want Moose and a Mohawk Gambit, you want Hairspray and Hairspray alone. Victorious! You were there, or I was there. I was there. The day that the Emperor killed Horus. Look at that XP. Oh, I'm not quite getting that nudge to XP. I need 25% before it'll give me my first bonus. For those that haven't played Talisman the Horus Heresy before, if you... Oh, that's my 25%. Hey. Every kind of 25%, so 25, 50, 75, you get a bonus to each character to start the game with. So it's typically a weapon, a piece of armor, and an item at each interval. So now that I've got that little mark there on Corvus, the next game I play with him, I will start with armor, I think. I was dead the day the Emperor killed Horus. I was here too. Right, so I guess that's it. I'll do 2 giveaways in quick succession. We'll sort them out. But it's been quite streamed today. There's only 20 of us. Any questions? Does anyone want to know anything? I think I've done all Talisman news. John's already given us a massive discount at Green Man Gaming. 70% off Talisman, the Horus Heresy, I think it was. And there's also 50% off all other Nomad content, pretty much. I think that's all Talisman news. I've not really been given anything else to say. So, Thursday, 8 PM UK time, we're going to be doing Talisman Woodland, and that will be an open game for anyone that is in the beta. If you want to play, come join. Tuesday, next week, what did we say? Was it going to be Carcassonne? It's had its ups and its downs, depending on what we've been doing to experiment with stuff and what games we've been playing. In the last Woodland stream we did, we had kind of like 45 consistent live viewers. That's dead good for us. Oh, also, there is a competition on Facebook. This is dead interesting. Make a board game tower out of all of the board games you own. So the picture is just the Talisman content tower that we have in the office. But we're taking any entries, just copy and paste the picture that you have or attach an image to the Facebook comment. And it is make a tower out of all the stuff you have. I'm gonna do that now. You know what? We'll pick a winner. Then I'm gonna make my tower because everyone's dead interested in that. 20 people watch me do push-ups, like 20 push-ups. You're all strange. Let's pick a winner. Anyone that is not in the magic giveaway hat, it's in the title for Twitch. ! giveaway 1. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to get in it, and then I'll do a giveaway, and then I'm gonna make my board game tower. My ceilings, I'm not sure how many board games I've got. Will it fit? I think mine will fit in this room. If in doubt though, my stairwell has stairs that go up, round and back, so it's got a taller ceiling there. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was thinking about that when you turned up. I was like, Neo, it's been ages. I remember that time I wore a dress. That recently came up. I did something with it. Where did I put it? Was it on Twitter? You may have also missed my fancy dress, because I did the shaman character as well. Maybe not. I did find it, but I just can't remember what I did with it. Maybe it was on Imager. I'm probably not signed in on Image. Oh, I am. Now that's a surprise. Haha, there it is. If people spend enough gold, I will wear a clown costume. I will get a clown costume and do push-ups in it. Heresy detected. Hey, it's my stream. I can do what I want. Right, let's pick a winner. Hey! Mark, you're a winner! Welcome to the stream! GZ! Ah, all of you that entered before are still in it, don't worry. Gareth's guns! Yeah! My guns are actually getting more defined because of all the jiu-jitsu I've been doing. I'm dead proud of myself. I don't normally stick to any form of physical activity. What I do is go, I'm going to be fit and healthy. I'll probably do 2-3 runs. Maybe even buy some like new running shorts and shoes and like, yeah, I feel dead good. And then I sit and play Siege. But I actually do loads of jits. It's dead good. Did we have to re-enter? Nah, you're all still in it. Sultanus, do I see your name? Yep, Sultanus, you're still in. Mark, what would you like? You're new to the stream, so I'm going to spam with the prize command. This is everything that you can win. Spam, 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 spammity, spam, spam, spam. I don't think jiu-jitsu would be very good for your back if you're recovering. Although it will definitely make you good at stretching and being supple. There is something called a Granby roll, which is where you are on the back of your neck with your feet over touching the floor behind you, and you roll to shift all your weight onto your right, and then you roll to switch all of your weight onto your left whilst remaining on your shoulders and neck. Yep, with the new rules, I can reopen the old drawer essentially. So I've got the list of people that enter, I pick a winner, and then it gives me the option to reset or reopen. So don't worry about it. I clear it at the start of each stream. Aces. Mark, I don't have any keys for Fighting Fantasy Legends on me now. I will leave a note for myself to get you a key tomorrow morning when I'm in work, and I will whisper it to you on Twitch. So if you check Twitch tomorrow morning, well, you may be from America, so it may not be morning for you tomorrow. In about 12 hours time. Tomorrow. Check Twitch tomorrow and you should have a whisper from me, and I will send you a Steam key for Fighting Fantasy Legends, and I'm going to leave myself a note so I remember. In fact, what I'll do is I'll also whisper so you're in my recent history of people that I've spoke to. Test. Reminder. There we go. I'm glad I've made your day, Mark. We did a Fighting Fantasy stream last week. If you've seen bits and pieces of it and you're interested but you don't really know the contents of it, go and watch the stream we did last week. Don't do it if you're definitely going to sit and play the game for hours and you don't want spoilers. Alright, so let's make this board game tower and then we'll do a final draw. Munchkin can go on top. Carl, I'm using your Sherlock as well. I'm counting that in my tower. Tallest tower wins, I think. John, I'll see you on Thursday. Dear. No, 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 no. It was gonna happen. Those risk boxes are very heavy. This is not stable. Do you like it? Oh, you can't even see it properly. Right, how do we should I move over here? That's wonky. That's wonky. Impact isn't the densest board game I have though. So although it is a wide base, the top of it depresses with the weight of things on top. See ya. See you, night bites. Do I risk the addition for the joke? Oh no, we're trapped in wires. We're gonna disappear for a second as I untangle the wire. Sorry for those that are watching. It's nauseating. How are we? Let's go OBS. That's stupid. There's only one fitting game that can top this tower. This is not how I anticipated ending the stream. Jenga. I'm scared. Am I wobbling or is the tower? Because if this falls, this is going right into the monitor. I'm scared to move. Don't bish. Where's my phone? Alright, let's get some pictures. This is quite scary to be under it. Facebook. Let's find it. Search. Nomad Games. My most recent search. Let's see if there's been any entries yet. It's been 4 comments. Nope. I'm gonna be the winner. How do I add pictures? Right, you know what? I don't want to think about what Danny'll say. It's moving. It's absolutely moving. Oh, you know, the thing is, the stream's like 15 seconds behind. I was thinking I'm gonna see it kind of like start to tilt, but by then it'll be too late. Well, let's find this post here. Chaucer, I'll see you on Thursday for a woodland stream. I've got an idea. Other than not looking at it. It's not been that long since I've spoke to myself. So I can't add images directly to the Facebook post on my browser, but I can message them to myself and then download the pictures from Facebook Messenger and then add them. And then we'll pick a winner. Post a sticker, insert an emoji. Oh. Never mind, I just can't add pictures to Nomad's page. Let's sort this tower out. I'm gonna halve the tower, at least take all the small ones off the top, and then we'll do a giveaway. Jenga. Oh. So I've just picked up the $1 million bookcase, and the outer casing of it was being drawn up without the actual base. Right, that was stressful. Final call out. Final call out. You know, is it on Twitter? Anyone that wants to win free stuff, ! giveaway 1, as is in the title on Twitch. The giveaway is Twitch only. Ah, the Talisman Tower is on Twitter. There we go. Go and tweet. Thanks, Randy. I think if I make a mess, Danny will hear it and will come and investigate. Nomad Games. Tweet your reply. Add photos. There we go. Internal server error. Why? Why? Cannot read property code or of undefined. Is that because when you download pictures from Facebook, they've got utterly stupid names? I suspect as much. And because I'm on Windows 8. I think it's Windows 8. Downloads. Rename. Tower.jpg. Tower2.jpg. Uploading. Yeah, there it was. It was the stupid name formats. Hey! Right, if you go to that Twitter link, you will see the tower in its full glory. Nothing wakes Ethan up. Once Ethan is asleep, he is out of it. Right? Final winner? That's what we're going for? Funnily enough, more people stayed and watched me do push-ups than build a tower of board game boxes. That's interesting. People are strange. You're strange. You. Looking at you. Right, and the final winner of the evening is... Shadows! He's left. He left the building. Hey! Let me just check. Yeah, he said goodbye. I said that because it was his first stream, I'd still whisper to him if he won. Yeah. Well, let's go find him so I can leave him a reminder. Above. There he is. I'm not typing. That is also not how you spell giveaway. Right. And I owe someone Fighting Fantasy Legends for tomorrow. That's you, Mark. I will get that sorted. She's home. She's upstairs. She's like up there. Right, guys. Did you look that up, or did you know that our emergency number is 999 Gambit? Everyone knows America's 911. That's us for this evening. Haha. It is 999. I was dead simple. The tower has been hard. We're safe. The biggest problem is going to be playing Tetris to get it back into the cabinet that they were all from. See you Thursday, Valcard. Right, so today was Talisman the Horus Heresy. 70% off at Green Man Gaming if you would like. Thursday, we're going to do a Woodlands beta stream. If you are in on the beta, you are welcome to join us. Next week, we're going to be doing Carcassonne, I think is what we've said. Because Carcassonne is currently 50% off, or 51% off, maybe? It's discounted now. If you want to play it, it is... Is that the top game up there? It is. Carcassonne, fantastic family board game, super simple. There is a lot of strategy in the game if you want there to be, or it can be quite mindless if you want it to be. It's your choice. 50% off on Steam at the moment. We'll be playing that next Tuesday. I love the game. More than happy to get a gang of us together to play it. Carl, Danny, I've got some awesome new board games in work. I will bring them home and we can play them. But that'll be on the download because I'm not allowed to talk about them. I will put the board games back. Unstable Unicorns. Cracking game. Double S, double N. It's good to see you again, Neo. It's good to have you back with the group. I'll see you on Thursday. Hopefully, well, there'll be a spot for you in the game if you would like, if you are free to do some Woodlands beta stuff. But if not, thank you for joining us tonight. Remember all the things that make it easier for us to convince the powers that be, the directors at Nomad, that we should continue doing this is follows and subscribes. So if you've got friends that might be into this, then please tell them about us, invite them along, let them know that we give out free keys, free stuff, and it's all about the bants and the learning of games and boards and such. But yeah, follow, subscribe, and I'll stop doing the begging bit now. I will clean up my mess. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Thanks for joining.